Archangel Michael says, after 10 minutes says, you will receive everything you never imagined. Luck will leave if you skip this. Don't ignore this message, open it quickly before today and watch this carefully. Archangel Michael says, this message reaches you in a narrow window, a door of 10 minutes that swings once, soft at first, then slamming shut for anyone who pretends they didn't hear it. The air around you is changing and you can feel it, tiny shocks of intuition, the flutter in your chest, the way the room grows strangely alert like a theater just before the spotlight. If you hesitate, luck will step aside and let the night swallow what was meant for you. If you move, the path hurries to meet your feet. You weren't supposed to find this by accident. You were meant to arrive here precisely now, with the day leaning toward its edge and your name humming like a wire in the wind. Someone pressed your life into fast forward without telling you, and yet your spirit caught the speed and matched it, refusing to be left behind. There's a countdown hidden in your ordinary minutes. It began the moment you opened this, and it will mark you not with fear but with clarity, razor clean, decisive clarity. Every breath from this line forward pulls you out of every stale loop and drops you into the exact moment where a decision can lift an entire life. So listen, the first mercy is awareness. The second is instruction that arrives in simple steps, not in riddles. The third is force, the kind that moves things you could never move alone, timelines, opinions, doors you were told were welded shut. T10:00. The clock clears its throat. The hour looks over its shoulder. You notice how the everyday noises have thinned, as if the rest of the world agreed to hush so you could hear what belongs only to you. You are not late. You are exactly in time. And being in time is what draws new outcomes like birds to seed. A small correction begins in the unseen. One strand of misunderstanding is pulled free, and with it an entire knot loosens. A person who never admitted they misread you will start behaving as if they finally understand, and they won't even know why their opinions softened. They'll just feel silly defending old conclusions. D920. You are standing at the seam between what you endured and what you deserve. Your spirit can already feel the seam tearing open like the first rip in paper wrapping, and in that rip there is air, new air, clean air, breath that does not taste like waiting. The past will still try to perform its old trick of stepping in front of your view, but your eyes have learned a new distance. This is the hour your name escapes the wrong mouths and returns to your hands. Words once used against you will bend, then break, then rebuild into a frame that fits what you truly are. The story someone told about you begins to unravel in their own throat, and their silence becomes your vindication. T845. You will receive what you thought belonged to other people. Not by theft, not by chance, but by rightful alignment, like a letter finally reaching the address printed on it. Your address is your purpose. Your purpose is where deliveries recognize you without needing to ask your name. The reason luck can leave when you ignore a moment is simple. Moments are living things. They carry instructions and they want to be obeyed so they can become outcomes. Disobey them, and they fade. Honor them, and they breed more of their kind. Moments that carry doors, moments that carry keys, moments that carry yes. T802. You will feel the room thicken with the sensation that someone stepped closer. That is not fear. That is help. Help arrives like a new gravity. Things you need begin moving toward you instead of away. And the work you used to chase starts turning to face you, curious, ready to be chosen. In this hush, you may recall the small betrayals, the delayed replies, the polite exclusions, the laugh that was a little too sharp for the joke. Let them pass. This countdown refuses to feed on bitterness. It eats courage and spits out opportunities. Put your hands in front of you. You'll feel the warmth of something approaching, as if the air were a river, and a boat were cutting through it with your name painted on the hull. D728. There is a corridor opening. It looks narrow only because you haven't stepped into it yet. Corridors expand around the size of your decision, and yours is about to grow a doorway into a gate and a gate into a road. The more you move, the wider it becomes. A single yes to yourself collapses the scaffolding of doubt others built around you. They thought the scaffolding was a fence. You know it was only a temporary structure meant for construction, and the construction is finished now. Down it goes, plank by plank, until you can see across your life without anything in the way. E655. The promise is simple. After 10 minutes, you will receive everything you never imagined you could hold at one time, and it will not crush you, it will fit. You will realize you outgrew the old capacity while you were still inside the old room. The ceiling cracked because your height demanded sky. When you walk forward, don't expect applause. Expect alignment. Expect the click of things falling into place because they finally found the nudge meant for them. Expect to stand in a light that feels like recognition without having to rehearse any lines. D612. The image flashes your name on a message, your face in a plan, your voice in a room that once pretended it couldn't hear you. These are not fantasies. They are alerts. The moment you recognize them as alerts, they begin to schedule themselves into your days and show up like reliable couriers. Someone you thought was indifferent has been carrying your idea like a seed in their pocket. Today, their pocket breaks. The seed falls into soil. The soil is ready. Watch what grows when no one is watching, and protect it until it's strong enough to survive their attention. T541. You are not under review anymore. You are under revelation. There is a difference. Review demands permission. Revelation declares timing. Review asks for more evidence. Revelation shows a finished picture and tells everyone to catch up. And when luck sees you honoring this moment, luck doesn't leave. It sits beside you, swinging its legs, already pointing out 3 small things you could choose that would change 5 big things you thought were stuck. Follow one, and the others will follow you. T505. You will hear the softest yes in the room before anyone says a word. It will sound like clear water in a glass placed gently on a table. It will not be dramatic. It will be definite. The yes will belong to a person who quietly held authority. They won't announce you with a trumpet. They'll simply shift one rule, and the rule will make space. You may be asked to send a message, sign a page, accept a call, or walk through a door that previously produced only polite smiles and no access. Do it. The 10-minute window is a bridge, and the bridge is safe. Your feet will find steady floor where a moment ago there seemed to be only air. T433. The old hunger shrinks. The constant itch to prove, to defend, to explain pauses like a bird mid-flight and lands on a branch you didn't know was yours. Rest there. From that branch, the view is different. You see how everything that tried to corner you only taught you which walls needed doors and which walls were never yours to lean against. There is a person near you who loves quietly. They will reveal themselves not with a confession but with a consistent pattern that suddenly becomes undeniable. You will see what was always there because your eyes finally emptied of what never belonged. T401. The room turns a degree brighter. You may feel a prickling at your wrists, a looseness in your throat. The way trees feel when the wind first slides through them after a dry, still morning. That sensation is permission, not from them, from time. Use it. Gather your papers, your proofs, your plans, then put half of them away. You won't need as many as you thought. Favor simplicity now. The right door is opening because it recognizes essence, not excess. T337. You will notice the absence of panic like a lightness behind your ribs. It is not because nothing could go wrong. It is because the right thing has already begun. You can feel it walking ahead of you, sweeping dust, rolling up the old carpet, opening the windows that were painted shut. The fear that used to shout is reduced to a whisper, and even that whisper sounds tired of its own performance. Thank it for trying to keep you safe. Retire it from its post. You have new guardians now: clarity, momentum, and favor that does not forget the address of your door. T310. Your hands will want to do something. Let them. Write the note. Confirm the date. Choose the color. Put your name on the line that includes the kind of future your history dared you to believe was too much. Too much was always just right for you. A document once delayed will accelerate as if someone discovered a second conveyor belt under the first. A place you thought required a sponsor will require only your steady presence. A person who seemed like a wall will behave like a hinge. T242. This is not the moment to shrink to fit. This is the minute to fit only what fits you. The rest can remain in yesterday. Yesterday is not an enemy. It's a finished room. You can love a room you've outgrown and still leave it. As you move, you'll hear a faint clicking behind you, locks turning. That is not to trap you. It is to keep out what no longer knows your language. Your new words are ease, reach, result. I travel farther with less effort because they are true. T211. You are becoming undeniable by doing nothing dramatic. It is the quiet way you align that makes noise in the right places. People will call it sudden. You will call it scheduled. Angels call it obvious. Your blessings do not arrive as a test to see if you will break under them. They arrive tailor-made. If anyone tries to tell you the fit is not perfect, they measured you with the wrong tape. Smile and keep walking. T149. The path will give you a sign that even your doubt cannot argue with. It might be a name, a number, a symbol, a line set by a stranger that answers a question you never asked out loud. Let it land. Let it turn your head toward the exact next step. Let it be enough to move you. This is where the thread you, in following, meets the fabric of your life. You pull once more, and the fabric rearranges itself into a pattern you recognize as your own design. You will wonder why it took so long. Then you will forget to wonder because doing will finally replace waiting. E120. The horizon steps closer. A door that used to cost shame to touch now opens for free, as if it always knew your handprint. You pass through, and the air on the other side smells like paper and citrus and new paint. This is the scent of change that has already happened. Someone who liked you in private will like you in public. A conversation that used to avoid your name will include it as a solution instead of a problem. If they ask where you've been, say, arriving. T057. You are nearly here. Prepare without panicking. The right preparation doesn't pile more weight. It takes it off. Put on the version of yourself that doesn't apologize for being exactly on time. Wear it without explanation. And feel how time, which once felt like a leash, now behaves like a ribbon you can tie around outcomes, drawing them closer with a gentle pull. That is authority. That is yours. T031. The last resistance will try a final trick. It will ask you to delay by pretending to be practical. Practical is not delay, but delay often dresses like practical. You know the difference. The difference is whether your chest tightens or opens when you say yes. Today, choose opening. Luck watches people like a hawk watches a field. When you move in truth, luck stoops and lands on your arm. When you pretend you didn't see the invitation, it flies to another field. Raise your arm. T012. Your name is being pronounced correctly by destiny. It sounds different when the right mouths say it. It sounds like a bell rung by a steady hand. You are not stepping into a miracle. You are stepping into the part of the story where the miracle acknowledges you as its co-author. Ownership is not arrogance. Ownership is agreement with what has always been yours to steward. T005. Your heart will count for you. 4 beats of certainty. 3 beats of surrender. 2 beats of joy. 1 beat that sounds like your childhood hope waking up. And then the sound stops being counting and becomes arrival. You have arrived inside a yes so complete it feels like a room shaped precisely to your outline. You didn't squeeze to fit it, it expanded to welcome you. 2000. Now, receive. You will notice the first delivery not as a package, but as a position. A place at the table opens as if a hand pulled the chair back just for you. Sit. When you sit, your presence changes the agenda. What was meant to be postponed moves to the top, and what wanted to dominate the conversation loses its power to intimidate. The second delivery arrives as a message that carries relief inside its subject line. It will not be dramatic. It will be definitive. A delay ends. A gate grants. A transfer clears. You will exhale and discover breath you've owed yourself for years returning with interest. The third delivery is a person. Not a savior, but a mirror that doesn't distort. They will look at you and see the size of your future without needing to shrink you to feel comfortable. In their presence, your ideas stand up straighter. In your presence, their resources remember the point of wealth. The sequence activates like stepping stones lighting one by one. You do not need to jump ahead. You only need to step onto the next stone that glows. Each stone carries a piece of instruction gentle enough to follow quickly and strong enough to hold your weight. You will receive a correction. Not you were wrong, but now you are precisely right. Timelines you thought were scattered will braid around your decision. The day will make room for more than you planned, and you will complete more with less effort because friction lost interest in you. An old fear will try to make a cameo. Let it approach. When it sees you are not available for negotiation, it will back away on its own. You do not chase it, you do not debate it. You stand where you stand, and where you stand is a boundary signed by favor. The message of this hour is not complicated. What belongs to you is recognizing you all at once. It is not too much to ask for many good things to arrive together. Harmony is not chaos. Harmony is the sound many blessings make when they agree on the same person at the same time. Let the news move through your house. Let it touch your work and your rest, your accounts and your calendar, your door and your name. Let it teach the people who underestimated you that your silence was the sound of building, not surrender. The path ahead does not require you to discard softness to gain strength. It asks only that you stop trading your clarity for other people's comfort. Keep your heart lit and your feet moving. Those two choices pull the rest of the miracle into view. From here, expect repetition of 2 feelings: steadiness and surprise. Steadiness, because the ground will stop pretending to be a trap. Surprise, because outcomes will arrive from routes you didn't know existed. Both are gifts. Hold them both. You are stepping into a day that will behave like a promise kept. Walls will look less like barriers and more like backdrops you can rearrange. You will remember how to play with your life again and still watch the results stack like clean bricks. When you close your eyes tonight, you will not fall into worry. You will sink into gratitude that doesn't have to perform. While you sleep, the rest of it will keep aligning. Morning will find you where it left you, inside a life that finally fits. Walk out of this message with your head high and your hands ready. You, the small thing that opens the big thing. Answer the call. Confirm the date. Accept the place. Put your name where it belongs and let it stay there. And if anyone asks what changed, tell them the truth. Nothing changed and everything changed. The clock struck now, and you answered. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the window you honored has become a roadway, and that roadway is laying itself down under your feet as fast as you are willing to move. The moment you said yes, a quiet machine began arranging your next proofs in the background, sliding the heavy files into your favor while the surface of your day stayed calm. Keep that calm. It is not emptiness, it is working space. You will begin to notice how often the world tries to distract you right after something opens. A sudden noise, a sudden memory, a sudden invitation to argue. Walk past them. Invitations to argue or unpaid jobs. Invitations to act are paid in outcomes. This is the hour you collect your receipts. Not to wave them at anyone, but to recognize how consistently you showed up when no one else did. Recognition is fuel here. It won't make you arrogant. It will make you accurate. Here's a pattern forming around your name like a constellation that finally received its missing star. People who barely noticed you will feel a knot pulled to accommodate you, as if their schedules grew a hinge that swings when you approach. Let them swing. You don't have to explain why everything is easier. You only have to continue. Your work will begin to echo in rooms you didn't enter. Echoes are not accidents. They are evidence that your sound carried far enough to matter. Where the echo lands, a door will loosen. Where the door loosens, a hand will appear to hold it open for you. Someone who once stood casually in your way will step aside without being asked. Their reasons will sound practical and small, but the real reason is bigger. Time released your lane. When time releases a lane, even stubborn people drift. You have a list. The list used to look like tasks. Now it looks like permissions. Each item is a small green light you can pocket and spend. Spend them steadily. Steady spending builds momentum that flashy moves can't sustain. The people who love you will feel safer around your certainty. Certainty is not loud. It is warm. It feels like a light in a hallway that makes everyone walk straighter without saying a word. From now on, treat your energy like a passport. Stamp it only where the destination is aligned with your next decade, not just your next day. One decision to honor the decade saves you 100 detours. A message will arrive with fewer words than you expected. Do not mistake brevity for doubt. Short answers often carry the most power because they do not waste any. Read it twice. Move once. A place you feared would expose your inexperience will reveal instead how quickly you learn. Quick learning is a form of wealth. It shortens the cost of mistakes and multiplies the yield of opportunities. Archangel Michael says, do the next right ordinary thing with uncommon presence. When presence enters, even simple actions carry the weight of miracles. Sign clearly. Speak plainly. Stand fully. Your name will be said correctly by someone who used to mispronounce it. Small. Not small. It is a precise omen that the details are beginning to turn toward your truth without you having to force them. An apology may come crooked, wrapped in jokes or logistics. Receive only the portion that is healthy for you. Forgiveness is freedom. Access is a choice. You can grant one without the other. You will feel the urge to rearrange a drawer, a folder, a corner of your room. Follow the urge. Order on the inside of a small thing creates space for a larger arrival. Rooms teach the future where to land. Watch for a number repeating as you move through the day. You don't have to chase meanings. Simply notice the rhythm. Rhythm is proof you're walking at the speed of your assignment. An old dream, once too heavy to lift, will feel suddenly weightless, as if someone removed the hidden bricks from the box. That someone is time aligning with grace. Lift it again. You will be surprised by your own ease. There is a sentence you've been unable to write. Today it will write itself in a single clear line. That line will unlock the paragraph, the page, the plan. Keep the line simple. Let the plan stay elegant. You will sense a gentle push when you stall. It will feel like the moment a train begins to move and you sway without fear. The sway is momentum asking you to trust its strength. Trust it. A friend you haven't heard from in months will surface with exactly what you need or exactly who you need to meet. Do not over-explain where you've been. Offer your present, not your past. The present is irresistible when it is whole. Archangel Michael says, your boundaries are graduating. They used to be built like fences out of fear. Now they will look like doors with keys you control. Hand out fewer keys. The ones who should enter will knock. The ones who shouldn't will hate the waiting and leave. You will notice a habit that cost you time pretending to be a comfort. Retire it. In its place, install a small ritual that returns your power, a morning minute of breath, a desk cleared before starting, a quiet yes before you step into a room. Rituals teach your life to respect you. News will travel faster than gossip today. Your results will arrive where rumors once uptrend you, and those rooms will fall quiet in the best way. Quiet is respect reshaping itself. Someone will ask how you did it. You won't need to reveal the whole blueprint. Share one principle. I stopped talking myself out of the timing that was already mine. That line will help them, too, and it will not drain you. Your calendar will shift in your favor. A cancellation will make space for an opportunity. A delay will become your preparation. A chance meeting will slide into the exact hour you can handle it with grace. This is the season of right-size rewards. Nothing oversized that collapses under its own weight. Nothing undersized that insults your effort. Rewards that fit like a well-made jacket. Room to move. Structured enough to hold shape. Tailored but not tight. The fear of being seen will dissolve not because the crowd changed, but because you met your own gaze without flinching. When you can look at yourself with honor, the crowd loses its power to distort you. Archangel Michael says, listen for the click. You'll hear it when a decision locks. It's the same sound doors make when they are truly shut or truly open. Your spirit knows the difference. Trust the click. You will find yourself speaking the exact sentence someone else needed to hear, and you'll wonder how you knew. You knew because alignment lends you language. Keep lending it. It returns with interest. Old help will return asking to be useful again. You can say yes without restarting old patterns if you define the new terms. Define them once, kindly and clearly, and then proceed as if boundaries were electricity powering the relationship. The next proof will be physical. A printed page, an approved stamp, a transfer that clears, a key in your palm, a name in a lineup, a seat assigned with your initials. Tangible proof quiets unnecessary noise. Let it quiet. You will no longer need to chase explanations for why the past did what it did. The future has better questions for you. Where to place the table, which door to leave open, how wide to smile when you sign. Answer those, and the rest will answer itself by becoming irrelevant. A simple meal will taste like celebration because worry isn't chewing beside you. Taste it slowly. Teach your nervous system that peace is not a stranger to be distrusted. Peace is home. You will sleep without bargaining. No more making deals with tomorrow at 2 a.m. Tomorrow is already on your side. It has seen the schedule grace built and is eager to deliver. In the morning, the first light will feel like a soft announcement, not the shout of a headline, but the confidence of a well-written note slipped where you'd find it. Read it with your skin. Move with your yes. Archangel Michael says, there is work to do, and it will not break you, it will build you. Lift in sets of purpose, rest in sets of gratitude, repeat until the room changes shape around the you that does not apologize for existing. This is not a sprint. It is a sovereign stride. A name that once intimidated you will become a collaborator. Collaboration here is not compromise. It is multiplication. Be clear about your portion and generous with your excellence. Excellence invites reciprocity. The opportunity that arrives at noon will seem almost too simple to be real. Real often looks simple because truth is efficient. Hey kid, simplicity doesn't mean small. It means streamlined. You will receive a compliment that doesn't land like flattery, it lands like confirmation. Hold it for a second. Let it soak into the part of you that once wondered if effort mattered. It mattered. It matters. It will keep mattering. A door you didn't knock on will open because a door you honored last week remembered your name and spoke it to the right person. Doors have their own secret network. Treat every door well. Mid-afternoon, your energy may dip. Do not misread it as doubt. It is your system adjusting to a higher throughput. Drink water, breathe long, take 10 steps, and you'll feel the new level settling into your body. The late call will not be an intrusion. It will be an invitation to place your signature where your future hath been waiting. Place it steadily. The pen feels heavy because the page is real. You will sense the outline of your next chapter before you can describe it. That is enough for now. Shapes arrive before sentences. Walk toward the shape and the sentences will form around you. Archangel Michael says, remember the rule of this new lane. What is for you enjoys being with you. If it resists you constantly, it's either not for now or not for you. Release it gracefully and watch how quickly the right thing steps closer. There will be a moment when someone tries to bring you back into a story you've outgrown. You don't have to defend your exit. You can simply be busy living the chapter that makes their invitation irrelevant. Let your home reflect your becoming. One plant, one light, one object put exactly where it belongs can change the feel of a whole room. Rooms become mentors when you arrange them with intention. You will laugh at something that used to make you cry. Not because you're cold, but because grief finished its assignment and left you with wisdom. Wisdom is lighter than grief and lasts longer than pain. A new idea will arrive while you are doing something ordinary, washing a cup, tying a shoe, waiting at a light. Write it down. Ordinary is a bridge genius likes to use when you stop trying to force it. Evening will offer you a soft mirror. Look into it. Thank the version of you who kept walking without applause, who kept listening without proof, who kept building without blueprints handed down from the comfortable. That version deserves a seat at your table forever. Archangel Michael says, tomorrow is already rehearsing your victory. You do not have to shout to be heard by it. You only have to keep your agreements to yourself, to your timing, to the grace that keeps opening the right doors when you keep opening your heart. And should a moment wobble, remember the simplest anchor. Breathe. Choose move. Breathe to hear yourself. Choose to align. Move to agree with what is already on its way to you. Most miracles are a choreography between a willing heart and an on-time hour. You are in the middle of that choreography now, steps landing, music aligning, partners appearing at the exact measure. Keep time with your yes. Keep faith with your feet. Keep trust with your name. Tonight, when you lay down, let the day put its hand on your forehead like a blessing without words. You earned this ease, and it isn't going anywhere. The world will try again tomorrow to see if you still mean it. You will. And the doors will remember. Archangel Michael says, the current you step into has momentum of its own now, and it carries you like a river that already knows every bend before it arrives. Keep your chin level with the horizon and your hands free. Life will pass you what you need at the exact moment you can lift it without strain. When he shows up, let it in without apologizing for how natural it feels. Mornings will begin to greet you differently. The light will feel settled, as if the day signed a peace treaty with your past during the night. You'll sense an order that doesn't come from perfectionism but from purpose finding its shape on your desk, your screen, your calendar. You will recognize how the air changes right before a call that matters. It goes still, not tense like a stage waiting for the curtain. When the voice arrives on the line, your answers will come from a deeper place than preparation. They will come from identity. There is a list of names you thought you had to impress. That list will look ridiculous soon. Smaller than you remember. Irrelevant to the way doors are opening. Influence that once felt unreachable will step into a human size and shake your hand. You'll feel a clean separation from any version of you that begged to be seen. Begging is an old language. It never translated your worth correctly. Your new dialect is presence. You walk in, and the air introduces you. Archangel Michael says, keep the cadence you've discovered, choose act, release, rest. It's a rhythm that builds its own scaffolding and then removes it when the structure is strong enough. Trust the removal as much as the building. You will be given a simple choice presented as a complex one. Strip it down. Ask the day what it wants from you, not what the crowd expects. The simple answer will be the correct one, even if it isn't flashy. A memory will try to anchor you to an old mistake. Answer it with a new result instead of an argument. Results speak a language that memories respect, and they step aside when proof walks in. Midday will start bringing you small confirmations like courteous knocks. A document clears faster than expected. A gate agent smiles and waves you through. A clerk says, it's already on file, and you realize time went ahead to make room. Someone who once ignored your emails will begin to mirror your professionalism back to you. They won't call it apology. They'll call it timing. Accept the improvement and move forward. The new pattern matters more than the old silence. The room you work in will begin to behave like a partner. It will offer you a seat near the window when you need light and a quiet corner when you need focus. Keep it intentionally arranged so the future knows where to sit when it arrives. Evening will feel less like collapse and more like landing. You'll notice how being aligned creates energy instead of stealing it. A day that used to cost too much now pays you back in clarity and a dozen subtle wins. Archangel Michael says, tend to the small hinges because they swing the largest doors. A sentence trimmed of extra words. A file named clearly. A promise kept on a Tuesday with no witnesses. These are the levers that shift outcomes in rooms you've never entered. Watch the way money begins to act when shame leaves the conversation. It stops performing and starts partnering. You'll make one firm decision, eliminate one leak, honor one invoice, align one price, and the numbers will respect you for it. Opportunities will start stacking with a gentle click, like plates placed carefully on a shelf. Take what fits the shelf you're building. Saying no is not scarcity, it's architecture. Every no that preserves your shape is a yes to your real scale. A person who thrives on confusion will try to lure you back into a maze. Smile without stepping inside. clarity is your address. If they want to speak to you, they can do it here, in the open, where truth travels faster. You will see a path you didn't plan for but immediately recognize as yours. It will be lit not by loud signs but by the quiet sense of course. Follow it to the first bend. The rest of the lights are motion activated. Archangel Michael says, when you feel the old urgency push, translate it into precise action. One email sent with clean intent is worth a week of anxious pacing. One call made in calm is worth 20 messages written in doubt. The support you need is not hiding. It was waiting for your yes. When it arrives, it won't demand your loyalty to anything but your own excellence. That is how you know help is healthy. You'll learn to leave rooms without slamming doors. Leaving quietly is a skill that saves energy and preserves dignity. The right people will notice the dignity. The wrong people will only miss the noise. A quiet ceremony will happen in your life with no audience. You will stop asking for permission to be timely. Timely people don't wrestle with clocks. They collaborate with them. That collaboration is visible as poise. You will witness evidence that your name has become a solution. It shows up on lists with verbs near it: build, lead, present, receive, sign. Your name loves verbs. It came here to do. In conversations, your listening will land like an anchor. People will steady themselves mid-sentence because you are actually hearing them. From that steadiness, the true request appears, and you'll answer exactly it, not the noise around it. Archangel Michael says, when it rains, let it rain. Blessings cluster by design when a schedule is finally right, and trying to spread them thin to feel reasonable only delays their purpose. Receive in clusters, distribute with wisdom. You will redecorate one belief, the belief that effort must always feel like strain. You'll swap it for a better one. Effort feels like devotion when it's aligned. Devotion restores what strain depletes. Look for the corridor labeled ordinary excellence. It's quieter than the glamorous staircase, but it leads to rooms where decisions are made. Enter wearing your exactness. Exactness is irresistible to decision makers. Someone who never cheered will use your language in their next idea. Let it be. Influence doesn't require credit to remain real. You'll be too busy generating the next clarity to chase citations. Your timing will begin to correct other people's timing. Meetings will slide into your open hour. Deliveries will arrive when you're home. Even your rest will find you when you're ready to sleep, not 3 hours later. You'll watch a plan that used to sputter move like a train leaving the station, slow at first, then inevitable. If doubt jogs along the platform waving, wave back and face forward. It doesn't have a ticket to this destination. Archangel Michael says, honor the boundaries that guard your softness. Toughness is not weakness. It's responsiveness. It hears opportunities sooner, it heals faster after impact. Guard it and it will multiply your reach. Work will feel like a balanced scale instead of a hungry pit. Input matches output, and sometimes output surpasses input because grace adds its portion. Keep your portion honest. Grace enjoys honest company. You will discover that intimacy with your own pace is a superpower. No metric seduces you into sprinting when the race is a marathon. And no laziness whispers you into strolling when the finish line is around the corner. Taste correctly and everything else recalibrates. The long-delayed letter, literal or symbolic, will finally arrive. It carries recognition you did not chase. Recognition is light. Let it illuminate your next right move without blinding you to the simple work that sustains it. The space between your decision and the world's agreement will shorten. What you to take months will begin to take weeks. What you to take weeks will begin to take days. You won't be surprised. You've been in rehearsal. Archangel Michael says, measure this season by peace, not noise. Noise can be purchased. Peace cannot be faked. If peace increases when an opportunity approaches, pay attention. If peace evaporates, that's a cost you cannot afford. Your circle will clarify almost on its own. People step closer because they are aligned, not because they are bored. Others drift because friction has nothing left to eat. Resist the urge to rescue every drift. Some distances are medicine. You will take a picture of a moment without thinking, and later you will realize it captured the exact instant your life tipped into a better proportion. Keep it. It will remind you that transformation often looks like an ordinary smile in a hallway. One evening, you'll feel the future sit down beside you on the couch like a friend who doesn't have to knock. It will place an idea on the coffee table and wait. You'll reach for it with the calm of someone who knows when something is theirs. There will be a day when logistics rearrange themselves in your favor 3 times before lunch. Resist the reflex to be suspicious of ease. Accept the flow and spend the saved energy on art, on kindness, on refinement. Archangel Michael says, speak like the outcome is in the room, and you're simply introducing yourself to it. Use steady nouns and clean verbs. Let adjectives rest. This season proves itself. Someone will attempt to bait you into petness using the old script. You will remember your lines. That is a miracle disguised as forgetfulness. Stay unscripted for the smallness. Save your language for what builds. The resource you need will arrive attached to a person whose style differs from yours. Celebrate the difference. Complementary doesn't mean identical. It means complete. You will begin to close tabs on your browser, in your mind, in your life. Fewer open loops, more completed circuits. Completion hums. He also calls more completion. The sound is addictive in the best way. A task that used to feel like a mountain will shrink to the size of a hill with steps carved into it. Walk the steps. Don't look for a helicopter when your legs are ready. Archangel Michael says, every solved problem frees a room in your head for beauty. Fill those rooms deliberately. A song you love on repeat. A corner organized. A note to someone who lifted you without knowing. As you give, you'll notice a new math at work. Generosity doesn't subtract anymore. It multiplies because you're giving from wholeness, not from a need to be needed. Wholeness is fertile ground. In meetings, your presence will turn debates into decisions. Not because you dominate, but because you integrate. You translate competing interests into a common purpose, and the room recognizes itself in your words. The next season will demand far less explanation and far more execution. That is a relief, not a burden. You were built for the doing. The proving was always the exhausting part. You'll reach a checkpoint and realize you feel like yourself at last, not a performance of who you thought would be approved. Approval that once dazzled will look dull. Authentic fit will shine. Archangel Michael says, keep your hands open. Closed fists can't receive even when the delivery is at the door. Open hands carry more, drop less, and signal to the world that you expect good. Sleep will become a mentor. It will teach you that restoration is not a luxury you must earn with exhaustion. It is a daily right that keeps you creative, clear, and kind. Honor it and watch the quality of your decisions rise. You will plan one quiet celebration for no reason other than survival turned into living. A cup raised in your kitchen. A walk at dusk that feels like a parade only you can hear. The world will keep spinning. You will keep winning quietly. People you respect will begin to recommend you without being asked. Their words will travel into rooms and land on desks at the exact moment those desks needed a name. Somehow it will be yours. Archangel Michael says, Continue. Not frantically, not anxiously, but faithfully, with the confidence of someone who knows the current carrying them is kind, intelligent, and timely, and that the shore ahead already has your footprints pressed into it, waiting for your arrival. Archangel Michael says, you kept walking, and the path kept laying itself like fresh stone under your shoes, each step a quiet vote for the life that keeps voting for you. The hours are behaving, the rooms are softer, and your name is traveling with a dignity that does not ask for permission. Keep it steady, what is arriving loves the pace you've chosen. The morning greets you like an old friend who finally learned your preferences. It opens the blinds to the exact angle, pours the light to the exact depth, and clears a lane across your task so you can slip into the day without tripping. The work still matters, but it has stopped threatening you. You'll feel a pull to change the smallest thing, one folder name, one contact label, one line in your bio. Follow it. Small changes are doorbells. They announce larger arrivals without scaring the neighborhood. You are not rebranding. You are revealing. A message that used to twist your stomach will arrive and do nothing but confirm your poise. You will read it without shrinking, answer it without heat, and set it down like a cup you finished. Confidence makes even the past taste different. Archangel Michael says, yesterday's victories have a job today, to become your neutrality. Let strength feel normal in your hands. Let peace be the default that noise must interrupt rather than a prize you must chase. This is how you sustain an open life. People who carry your name into rooms you've never seen are multiplying. You will catch wind of it in strange ways. A forwarded note, a casual they mention you, a meeting invite that assumes your place at the table. A suid too. Your life is done requesting standby status. You will sense the future the way sailors smell weather before the rest of the shore believes you. Trust that sense. It's not superstition. It's skill earned by listening so carefully to your own timing that time started confiding in you. A problem you didn't create will roll toward you like a loose barrel. You will panic. You'll step to the side, stop it with a hand, and send it back with a note attached, reassigned to the owner. Boundaries are administrative angels. Afternoon will carry a pocket of golden silence in it. Use it. Draft the note that raises your rate, the plan that right-sizes your offer, the boundary that saves your weekend. When silence shows up with its sleeves rolled, it wants you to build. Archangel Michael says, clarity is courting you openly now. It brings you 3 gifts, a cleaner yes, a faster no, and the freedom to change your mind without apology when new truth arrives. Keep all 3 where you can reach them. You will notice your body cooperating with your belief. Breath reaches corners it avoided. Your jaw stops rehearsing arguments. Your shoulders release their habit of carrying other people's weather. A cooperating body shortens every road. That person who once used your kindness as if it were infinite credit will approach the register and find the account closed. No drama. Just a ledger set to accuracy. Accuracy is kind to everyone in the long run, even those who preferred your confusion. You will watch a door open for someone you love and feel pure joy with no undertow of scarcity. That's your proof of abundance maturing. Mature abundance doesn't count slices that bakes more pies. Evening brings a small scene you will want to memorize. The way a streetlight paints the sidewalk. The way a laugh fits inside a room. The way your keys sound when you set them down after a day that respected you. Let it imprint. Beauty is data too. Archangel Michael says, you are now fluent in the difference between urgent and important. Urgent bangs on the table. Important sets the tablecloth, places the plates, and invites exactly the right guests. Eat with important. Let urgent knock itself tired. You will forget to fear one thing you used to fear every day. Hours later, you'll realize the absence and smile like someone who found a forgotten bill in their pocket. Keep the smile. You just got paid in relief. Work will come with a rhythm that lets you dance again. Not the frantic shuffle of survival, but the grounded sway of someone who knows the steps and enjoys the song. When the tempo changes, your feet will know what to do. You earned this ease. A colleague will offer the kind of help that used to make you suspicious. It won't feel like a hook this time. It will feel like a bridge. Walk it. Not all bridges are tests. Some are just good architecture between two solid banks. Archangel Michael says there is a corridor for your name that runs beneath the noise of trends. Your lane travels there. Trends are weather, your work is climate. Weather changes daily. Climate sustains life. There is also a lift you haven't taken because it felt too direct. It's time. There's the button. Direct routes are not arrogance. They are stewardship of a day that wants to carry you farther than detours ever could. Vidwick, you'll choose precision over performance in a meeting, and the room will lean forward. Precision is seductive when everyone is tired of pretending. Let them rest in your clarity. Let yourself rest there too. You will reread a promise you made yourself at a bad time. It will still be good. Keep it. Promises that survive storms are safe to build houses on. A stranger will say the truest compliment you've heard in months without meaning to. They'll be speaking casually, but truth has a habit of slipping out of relaxed mouths. Accept it. Truth likes being received. Archangel Michael says, you have a new relationship with time. You no longer chase it, beg it, or curse it. You collaborate. Collaboration sounds like alarms you set to honor your energy, not to punish your delay. It looks like margins around the most important part so they can breathe and therefore live. You will learn to close a day decisively. A sentence that says, enough for now. A gesture that says we're safe. A light turned off on purpose. Closure is not a luxury. It is a maintenance ritual for momentum. The night will not chase you with ungraded papers of the soul anymore. You graded them. You handed them back. You dismissed class. Rest will begin on time and wake you with ideas that didn't have space to land yesterday. Tomorrow will carry a task you once avoided: calling a number, opening a system, checking a balance. You'll do it first, and it will treat you like a grown-up. Systems respect decisiveness the way oceans respect ships that learned their currents. Archangel Michael says, generosity continues to be your engine, but you've upgraded the fuel. No more burning yourself to keep cold rooms warm. And now you bring firewood in a match, not your own bones. Healthy flames attract the right stories. Your language is changing in small ways that matter. Fewer disclaimers, more straight lines. You will stop padding your certainty with soft cotton just to make others comfortable. Certainty can be comfortable on its own when it is kind. A project you shelved because life was loud will call from the next room. Pick it up and find that it kept growing in the dark like seedlings do. Trim it, water it, and move it to full sun. Growth likes applause but doesn't require it. You'll hear from someone who owes you gratitude. They may only bring half of it. Let the half count and let the rest go. Closure doesn't always arrive with confetti. Sometimes it's just a quiet door clicking shut in your favor. Archangel Michael says, keep your eyes on the appointments you made with destiny, not the arguments other people made with your history. History can shout. Destiny simply waits, smiling, knowing you will choose it again and again until choosing becomes identity. A window of travel may open across town or across borders. If the timing blows and the peace holds, go. Geography sometimes moves what psychology can't. New streets rewire old stories. Money will start to move like water in a canal with you guiding the locks. You let some in, you hold some back. You raise the level intentionally so the next vessel can pass. Mastery looks like calm hands on old mechanisms. In the mirror, you'll see the absence of a certain tension between your eyebrows. That is not vanity. That is victory. Every relaxed muscle is a treaty signed between your nervous system and your new life. Archangel Michael says, when you bless a room, don't announce it. Arrange a chair. Share a sentence that puts the sharp thing back in its sheath. Refuse to escalate when escalation begs for a dance partner. This is leadership that doesn't need a stage to be real. Your circle will propose a celebration just because the days feel honest. Say yes. Honest days deserve cake, even if it's a slice eaten in the kitchen standing up while the kettle hums. Ceremony is a battery. A rumor trying to borrow your name will trip over its own laces before it reaches the corner. You won't need to chase it. Truth travels with better shoes. You'll refine your yes until it is so clean that your no feels like a kindness instead of a defense. People respect clean edges. They may test them once. It will stop bleeding on them when they realize they aren't knives, they're frames. Archangel Michael says, early evenings belong to your becoming now. Guard them. Turn down a light. Turn up a song. Turn toward the shape of your next skill. 10 minutes daily is a bridge. Months later, you'll walk across and find the city you were building waiting on the other side. An email will read, circling back, and for the first time you'll feel joy at those words. Circles are not always stalls. Sometimes they are slingshots. This one is pulling you into a better orbit. A document you submit will return with fewer red marks than you expected. The ones it does carry will be useful, not cruel. Respond with exactly the same energy. Useful, not defensive. Mutual usefulness is how long work loves you back. Archangel Michael says, honor your mentors by surpassing their ceilings without insulting their floors. Stand on what they gave you. Add a story. Wave from the balcony. Invite them up if they like stairs. The week will close with a late door creaking open that you thought was welded shut. It wasn't. It was waiting for night, because night protects delicate beginnings from busy eyes. Step through quietly. Keep the lights low until the shape can hold daylight. You will lie down, and the bed will not feel like a rescue but like a partner that kept your place while you made the world make sense. Sleep will cover you like a promise kept. Morning will keep its promise too. Archangel Michael says, maintain this flight. Not by gripping the yoke until your knuckles ache, but by staying aware, responsive, and grateful for the instruments you once prayed to have. Gratitude keeps the gauges accurate. Awareness keeps the horizon honest. Responsiveness keeps you alive to opportunities that can't wait for slow yesies. And tomorrow, you'll wake to one more step that is not heavy. You will take it. The path will extend again. This is how life becomes inevitable. One aligned minute repeated until inevitability feels like second nature. Keep going. The door ahead already recognizes your knock.